feel like my husband has checked out of our marriage. He didn't show up to my birthday dinner and was late to my mom's funeral. It was my 40th birthday a few days ago and we had a reservation for a table at a nice restaurant for 7 p.m. It takes about 20 minutes to drive to the restaurant, so I plan to leave the house at 6:30 p.m. to have time for traffic and picking up my father. My husband had decided to do a bit of work on his car about half an hour before we needed to leave. At 6:30, when the kids and I were waiting by the door, he was still working on his car. He hadn't changed and hadn't showered. I told him to quickly get ready, but the clock hit 6:50 p.m. and he still wasn't ready yet, so I decided to just leave without him. He has a habit of always running late when we go out and he is always the last one to be ready. Normally I can tolerate it since it only sets things back by 10 minutes at the most, but my birthday dinner was important to me. I had been looking forward to it for weeks. Plus I didn't want to lose the table since he was making us late. I called the restaurant to let them know we would be late and we luckily still had our table, but my husband didn't show up at the restaurant at all. When we got home he was mad at me. I told him that I was tired of him not respecting my time and always making people wait for him, and that he could have made his own way to the restaurant. My father agreed with my decision to leave without him, but my kids were a little upset that he wasn't there to have dinner with us. Update: he did it again. My eldest had a school football match last week, a few days after the dinner situation. I planned for us to leave at 5 p.m. and told my husband that I wasn't going to tolerate his tardiness, so if he wasn't ready by 5 p.m., I was going to leave without him. Sure enough, he wasn't ready, so I left, and just like with my birthday dinner, he didn't show up. My youngest and I had a lovely time watching the match and supporting my eldest. He even scored a goal and his team won. Last weekend I met up with a couple of friends to catch up over lunch, and both my sons were going to their friend's birthday party the same day. My husband was in charge of dropping them off since my thing began about an hour before the party. I told him a week in advance, the day before and before I left the house, that he needed to get the kids to the party on time. I even followed the advice from the comments and told him that the party began at 12:30 instead of 1 p.m., so that the kids wouldn't be late if my husband wasn't ready to leave on time. At 1:30, I got a call from the birthday boy's dad asking if my sons were still coming to the party, and I also saw I had missed a call from my eldest. My husband had not taken them.